9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Warning: the following webcast may not be suitable for all audiences. This program may contain content that offends whiny idiots who have giant sticks up their asses. So either stop watching now and run to your safe space, or grow the fuck up. For those of you who will continue to watch, please enjoy the show.
Here we are. Are you enjoying your quarantine? I'm not under quarantine. I'm on a medical release. Don't ask. But we're all here. We're all alive. We're all breathing again. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Sorry. I am on some really weird medication, so if I get distracted by little things around me, no, I'm not smoking weed, folks. Just ignore that and just say, well, there he is, acting normal finally. But there we are. Welcome to the show. It is the FreakChild Experience, the COVID, or what are we calling it? The Covid-erience. I had it. I thought I had it figured out how to pronounce it, but anyway, welcome to quarantine day. What, 3, 4, 5? I don't know. It depends on where you're at. We're in the middle of social distancing here in Colorado, so if you're enjoying social distancing, have fun with that. Luckily for everybody here in Colorado, we now have an even bigger excuse. It's called a giant snowstorm. So you can't go anywhere anyway, so it really doesn't matter. What are you going to do? The gang is kind of spread around. The Skin Boy is out slaving to the paycheck, doing his computer deal. The doc did check in, said he's been just kind of running rampant, but he's a doctor. Of course he's going to be. And the Rico, I don't know where he might be, but we'll probably get a check-in from him later. But there we are. What do we got to do first? Oh, yes, we got to do the normal obligatory. Which key is that? Is that this one? No, it's not that one. It's got to be this one. No, it's not that one. It's this one. That's the key we're looking for. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. The handle is FreakChild Show, and over at Facebook, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/FreakChildRadio. If you like the Facebook page, that's probably the best. Some people like Twitter better. Either way, you get the exact same posts. So follow, like, do whatever you want to. It really doesn't matter. This is our first appearance back on YouTube in how long? I think it's been 3 years since our last YouTube broadcast on here. So we're going to see how things go. We were in the middle of adpocalypse there for a while, so we kind of shoot away from that for a bit. So we'll see how things go this evening, and hopefully things will go well, I hope. Don't forget, we do have a wonderful Patreon account. Nobody wants to give us any money, but that's all right. We are, what is it, patreon.com, FreakChild Experience. So, yeah, you guys can donate some money to the show, keep us on the air. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. We have a very extremely low budget, but it does cost a few bucks to keep this idiotic crap going. So let us know let us know what you think of the show. Throw us a buck or two for some coffee, and maybe we can put some coffee on during the middle of the show and even make it that much more fast-paced. So there you go. Some of the things we're talking about tonight, everybody, of course, is talking about good old COVID-19, the coronavirus, which is getting everybody up in arms, and we're going to share some actual live, realistic stats with you. Not the stupid shit you're watching on TV with the normal news media. I've got direct actual numbers from the CDC. It's not percentages, it's actual numbers, it's worldwide numbers, it's statewide numbers. You guys need to calm the fuck down. This has gotten ridiculous. Everybody's in a hype and a panic. Everybody needs to quit. Just because a new thing came out and outbreak happened to be on TV at the same time, I think is what's caused all this problem. But I think that we end up having to take the blame here on the show because, 2 weeks ago, we were talking specifically about wiping your ass. And I think maybe that's where we maybe can take some of the responsibility for all the toilet paper rage that's going on out there. We were talking about a gentleman who was talking about, showering before and after work. And I asked him, I said, well, do you wipe your ass before and after you take a shit? And I think that's probably what triggered everything is that, now we've got to start wiping our ass twice. Maybe it has nothing to do with coronavirus. I'd like to think that we're that viral. I'm not stupid enough to think we are, but that's all right. But yeah, so we got a couple of things going on with that. So we got a little coronavirus bullshit going on, including the unemployment. I'm going to call it unemployment rage. Everybody's freaking out about quote unquote losing their jobs. You haven't lost your job. Yeah, you're probably going to be shorted a few bucks for whatever it is, 30 days. But we'll get into that here in a moment. And we got something even a little bit more on key for what we normally do on the show. Yes, we're going to talk about mental sex. What exactly do we mean by that? Well, you're just going to have to find out. It's not exactly mind fucking, okay? So there you go. What else do we got for you? We're going to have open lines. We've got picture of the news this week, and I don't know, whatever else we got. Your calls. We got the phone lines will be opening up here. In about 15-20 minutes. We'll run that out, and then we'll get started on that. So there we go. I think we'll switch over to this other camera just for a minute and give you guys something a little bit different to look at. I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I had to switch the damn camera like that. That was stupid. Anyway. So yeah, we're in the middle of social distancing, and it's kind of weird because everywhere you go, everybody, if you're in the middle of trying to go shopping or anything and you get a little too close to some people, they're starting to get like, oh my God, oh my God. But, is it really going to work to social distance ourselves from each other when we've got so much going on regardless? Okay, you're all going into the same stores, you're all going in and touching the same shit, you're all going in to, regardless of this. I mean, what are you supposed to do, have a 6 foot fucking, you know what, everybody here, let's do this. I have an idea. I figured it out. This is what we've got to do. Everybody needs to get one of them big bubble things, the you roll down the hills, or the bubble soccer. You ever seen that? The bubble sock. Everybody needs to start wearing one of those. If we all wear one of those, that'll give us enough safe space from each other, and then that way, everybody doesn't have to worry about broken bones, and nobody has to worry about pulling hair and beating the shit out of each other over toilet paper or fucking rice-a-roni or whatever the hell's going on out there. We'll just all wear these little, things, and then that way we can all have fun just bouncing around, and we'll have a good old time while we're being socially distanced by a whole whopping 6 feet. Like, that's supposed to make a goddamn bit of difference. Somebody sneezes, it goes like fucking 20, 25 feet. What the hell is 6 feet going to do if you sneeze? That's ridiculous. You're out of your fucking minds, man. 5, 6 feet is what they're calling for, and it's just not going to work. I'm going to tell you that right now. So what do we have to do? Stay away. Don't go to the bars. Don't go there. Don't go here. You can't eat in. You got to get it delivered. Yeah. I really don't know what to think about everything on this, other than the fact that I think we already socially distance ourselves as it is, so I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. Even, you get the common cold, you got strep throat, you got influenza, you got herpes, you got you got so many other diseases and viruses and crap that's out there. What are you gonna, and we're worried about this thing? And I seriously think that the reason that everybody's worrying about this thing is because it's new, it's kind of unknown, but it's not really as unknown as everybody thinks. And I can pretty much promise you that. Let me share some statistics with you. And here's why everybody's got to, first off, somebody's got to explain to me the goddamn toilet paper thing. I still don't understand why everybody's raging about the goddamn toilet paper. It doesn't make any sense. Seriously, one of the common symptoms of this is not shitting yourself. So what the hell do you need so much goddamn toilet paper for? Or have you guys been paying attention to Facebook's too goddamn much that you think that, oh yeah, in survival situations, toilet paper is the first thing you need? Go get duct tape. Duct tape and 16 cans of corn. You'll be fine, I promise. Then you'll need the toilet paper. If you get 16 cans of corn, then you'll need the goddamn toilet paper. Yeah, I went there. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to share some statistics with you. Oh, by the way, let me share this statistic with you while I'm thinking about it for a minute. So I found this post, and probably a lot of you have put it out there on your Facebook pages as well. So there's this Facebook page or post out there of this father who actually broke down what people are doing with the amount of toilet paper that they're going through and hoarding and fighting over and stockpiling and everything like that. Apparently, he broke down per sheet how many sheets it takes per, shit that you would take, and then how many rolls of toilet paper in each case of an 18 case and this and that and the other. And when he broke down all the entire math, he came up with, for like a family of 4 or something like that, would have to take 327 shits in one day in order to go through the amount of toilet paper that these people are buying. I mean, can you imagine that? You're hoarding all this toilet paper. You probably got enough for a year now anyways. Some of these people are taking out huge the huge flatbed shopping carts full of toilet paper. And And then it turns out, yeah, if you have that much toilet paper, you'd have to take 327 shits per day within a 30-day. It was a 30-day quarantine that you would have to take that many shits in a day in a 30-day quarantine. It's interesting. You guys got to look that up. I'll share it on the page later this evening after the broadcast for those of you that haven't seen it yet. It's kind of funny. So anyway, all right. So everybody's freaking about the COVID. I know everybody's sick and tired of talking about it, but somebody's got to start talking a little more sense. So I got the actual numbers from the CDC earlier this afternoon, right before air. And here we're going to compare it with regular influenza. Okay, we just got through the regular influenza flu season, and now we're getting into this new COVID thing, right? So as of today, there are a little over 218,000 cases worldwide. Okay, 218,000 cases worldwide. This is from the CDC. This isn't ABC. This isn't Fox News. This is from the actual CDC. 218,000, we'll say, somewhere around there. A little more, a little less. 218,000 cases as of today globally. In the United States, there are only 10,442 reported cases to the CDC. The people who are telling everybody to calm the fuck down. Also, that they're monitoring it, and here's what you all need to do. Wash your hands and quit licking things. 10,442 cases as of 12 o'clock noon today in the United States. And in the United States, there has only been 150 actual reported deaths. This is your actual true news, guys. Okay? This is from the CDC. Now, I don't have the actual Colorado death number for you for our Colorado folks. We have 216 confirmed coronavirus cases here in the state of Colorado. All right? So think about that for a minute. Think about any normal high school, just one high school. All right? Let's say a normal high school probably has about 1,000 students, maybe. I don't know. Our high school was really big, so I can't really tell you more of a better idea on that one. Excuse me for a second. So I can't tell you more of a better idea of numbers, but here, think about this. A high school with 1,000 students in it, and only 200 of them have the coronavirus. Okay, that's 20% of that school. That's a school, just a school. Now think of a state with millions of people, and you got 216 cases. And we're worrying about, we got to quarantine this person and get these people out and get these people to do this and get these people to do that. And everybody don't touch each other and don't have sex and don't do this. And oh my God, if you blink at each other, you're all going to get the virus, and holy shit. And then they're going through washing everything. Aren't you supposed to be washing everything anyway? It's supposed to be wiping everything down. Aren't you supposed to be doing that? Holy shit. But let alone the fact, I know they say that it doesn't stay on surfaces very long, but think about this. You got two people who go right behind each other, okay? They're 6 feet apart, and they're touching the same shit, and one of them just fucking coughed into his hand, and then touched a box of cereal, put it back on the shelf. The other person comes, picks up the box, boom. Come on, the 6-foot rule isn't going to help. Social distancing, the only thing you're going to help is everybody, quarantines completely. Then you got reason for everybody to have mass hysteria. But that doesn't need to happen. And here is exactly why it doesn't need to happen. Okay? The standard influenza, regular fucking goddamn flu. As of January 11th, this is for the 2019-2020 flu season. As of January 11th, you want to know how many people were affected just in the United States alone? 13 million cases of influenza. Compared to, globally, 218,000 cases of coronavirus. Put that into perspective of which one you need to worry about. And China, of course, is already saying that, hey, we have no more new cases. So, you want some more statistics? United States, okay, 13 million cases reported of influenza. 120,000, approximately 120,000 people were hospitalized for regular influenza last year. Last year, not through flu period. Last year alone, 1 year, 120,000 hospitalized for influenza. And everybody's still freaking out about, oh, it's a global pandemic. Yeah, it's a new little cold that's going around, to be honest. You'll find a new vaccine for it, and it's not, I mean, it's killing people, and some people, and here's, before I go into the next thing, I just got to get something off my chest. For those of you that are getting so pissed off and writing me fucking nasty messages, by the way, about, hey, you can't make fun of the COVID, so many people are dying, and it's just an awful, horrible thing. Guys, quit watching the fucking news. Quit watching Outbreak. Quit thinking that they're going to come bring a goddamn bomb and blow up your town because 17 people are sick. Jesus. You guys are going out of your fucking minds over stupid shit. And besides the fact, have a sense of humor. There's shit that's funny in this world. Please. Believe me. We need to do that. Anyway. And you can make fun of some things, especially when they're as ridiculous as this. We have an orangutan for a president. Love him or hate him, he's still an orangutan. Anyway, 13 million cases of influenza last year. 120,000 people were hospitalized. That's still, okay, so the 120,000 that were hospitalized, that's approximately one half of the global cases of COVID that have been reported. Okay, so think about that. If you were to double the amount of people that were hospitalized last year in the United States for flu, that would be the amount globally of the people who have been infected with COVID-19. Think about that. Now, you want an even weirder statistic for you? In the United States, for influenza, there were reported 66,000 related deaths in U.S. for influenza last year. And you guys are giving me shit about COVID and making fun of everybody freaking out about COVID, in which in the United States so far we've only had 150 reported deaths, which some of them actually had other underlying circumstances that happen to go along with it. Okay, I'm not saying that this isn't a serious thing that we don't need to be paying attention to, but let's put some things into perspective as to why everybody's going apeshit over fucking a new strain of flu. Once again, when you look at regular flu, 13 million to 120,000 hospitalized, 66,000 deaths, still isn't even close to the number of U.S. cases, period. So relax, everybody. Globally, 218. Just in the U.S., flu, 120,000? I don't know. I think everybody needs to just take a pill. Please. Please, please, please. I ask you, I beg of you, take the chill pill. I just got put on chill pills. They're not half bad. By the way, I got a Patreon page for you. Check it out. I got to afford my new medications. How about that? We'll put that into a show expense. Patreon.com, FreakChild Experience. Drop us a buck and go check that out. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/FreakChildRadio. And we're over on the Twitter. Twitter.com/FreakChildShow. And don't forget to check us out on our home base, www.KFRKDenver.com, the home base of the Freak Child Experience. And we also have our own website for the show, www.freakchildradio.com. And all of that will be explained to you shortly once again. We got to get the bumper going, and it's there. So we're going to get those phone lines ready to be opened up for you all. And sit tight. We'll be right back. And grab a beer. Don't forget the open chat on YouTube is there. If you guys have any questions, comments, complaints you want to put there, that's great. And I will be back with you in just a moment.
They turned me loose from the nervous hospital. Said I was well.
Got an opinion? Call into the Freak Child Experience.
Numbers do you put in?
720-230-6363.
What? Chatter, help me out.
720-230-6363.
It's a bowel movement.
This is KFRK-DB, The Freak.
Whoa, whoops. You guys caught me in the middle of having a cigarette. We're back from that quick break. Phone lines are open, 720-230-6363. And yes, I really did just get released from the nervous hospital. True story. Pardon me while I have a smoke and a pancake. No pancakes. And no smokes like that. Anyway, so here we are. We're back on the Freak Child Experience. Don't forget www.freakchildradio.com. And you'll get the show schedule and all of that goodness and whatever it is that I was supposed to say there. Anyway, holding down the fort by myself here without the Skin Boy or the Doc. Doc's, of course, working hard, being a doctor like he normally is. And the Skin Boy is slaving away, trying to keep the internet running because everybody's stuck at home, Netflix and chilling, I guess. I don't know. They said on the news earlier that they're asking Netflix to quit offering high-definition streaming because they don't want to crash the internet. So, which probably explains why part of our equipment is lagging today. I didn't even think about that the internet was built for days of everybody being at home, but probably not quite to this level, especially with all the kids at home and trying to do homeschooling and all that. But then again, they still use just as much internet at work or at school, I would assume. I don't know. Of course, if you're smart here in Colorado, you're out building a snowman, shoveling your sidewalks, beating the snow off of your trees. We're kind of fighting a power outage here, I think, because the lights keep flickering every once in a while. But we'll be all right. We've only had about 17 feet of snow so far today. And it's a balmy 30 degrees. And it's hard to believe it was like damn near, 70 yesterday in some parts of Colorado. And now we're in the middle of a blizzard. But that's Colorado for you. Yeah. Don't like the weather, it'll change. There's other places I've heard that it really actually happens here in Colorado, where you will have all 3-4 seasons in one day. And it usually is in the spring. In the spring, you'll have like a spring morning, and then you'll have rain, which is kind of springish, and then it'll be really hot at like noon, and then by 4 o'clock it's snowing like shit. So it happens. Welcome to Colorado. Hey, what's going on? Okay, so here's my other biggest pet peeve that's been going on with the whole COVID thing. Now, I understand people are going to start freaking out because holy shit, they just got laid off. They're in the service industry as far as servers and bartenders and waitresses and things like that. I understand. You guys work on tips. Now you have no income. You don't know what to do. You can't go do Uber and Uber Eats and Uber Drive and whatever because you shouldn't be doing Uber anyway because you're supposed to be socially distancing yourself. So you got to saran wrap the whole back area of your car there. But I guess everybody's filing for unemployment. Guys, this is only going to be temporary. I mean, I don't know what to think about this. And we can get your questions, comments on this. 720-230-6363. What exactly do you think you're going to get if you file unemployment today? All right. Okay, so you're going to get like what is it? Up to 1/2 of your normal wage. So whatever your normal hourly wage is, you get 1/2 of that, and you get it for whatever period of time. I've never filed for unemployment, so I don't really know. Of course, after this show, if I were to get paid for this show, I'd have to probably file for unemployment. Just a thought. But it's going to take at least 3 weeks for all of that paperwork to get processed. So if it's going to take you 3 weeks to get everything processed, mind you, 3 weeks, 7 days a week, that's 21 days. Okay, it's going to take, and you got laid off, you waited a day or two to file your unemployment, so now you're up to 23 days. You're going to get it like a week before the quarantines and everything is over, which is it's a 30-day thing, folks. Okay? Now, I get it. I understand that everybody needs a little bit of money to pay their bills, to pay for whatever they need to pay for. But if you're going to make it, I promise you, especially if they cut these checks. And by the way, Lindsey Graham was caught saying, walking out of some hearing or meeting today about the government checks that they're going to be cutting. Somebody asked him, how long do you think this is going to take, or do you think this is going to be quick? And he's like, well, it better be, or we're going to get our asses kicked. Shit you not. That's exactly what the dude said. I'm like, wow, that just shows he's really under pressure, I guess. But yeah, so it's going to take you you got 23 days before you're going to have 1 week of you're going to be able to catch up on your bills that you should already have money set aside for if you budget correctly. I mean, like if for right now, I mean, I've got enough money in my bank account to pay my rent, pay my phone bill, and then hopefully within the next 30 days, then my next bills will be coming up. I've got other things that are coming up with food and things like that, but it's all budgeted, and I'm usually a month ahead, if not 2 months ahead. If you budget that way correctly, I know not everybody can do it, but if you budget that way, you shouldn't have to file for unemployment in such a hurry that the day you get laid off, you go, oh God, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. Well, why is your bank account completely zero before your rent's even due? You should still be getting a paycheck anyway within the next week or two of getting laid off. I mean, you worked some time. They still got to pay you. Just because you got laid off doesn't mean they don't pay you for the time you already worked prior to being laid off. See, here again, folks, everybody's in this panic of, holy shit, what am I going to do? Take back some of your toilet paper, maybe. Sell your toilet paper on the black market for $1 a roll. You'll get some money that way. Sell it per sheet like they're doing on fucking Wish or whatever the hell it is. $37 for a 20 sheet thing, you know? You're not unemployed. There's ways to make money. Believe me, everybody's at home. No offense, but ladies, there's a lot of ways to make money at home if you got some technology. I promise you. There's ways to do it because there's going to be guys at home who aren't worried about their unemployment and they still have money in their bank account. They're looking for a good time. No offense. Guys, guess what? There's a lot of women out there who look for that kind of shit too. You could do that as well. Believe me, there's a market for that. There's always a market for that. Is it probably prostitution in a way? Sort of. I kind of look at it as more of an explicit sex show or strip show. Strip club. What? I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, I think I just took myself, somewhere really weird with that. But the thing is, you really got to think outside the box if you're going to be unemployed. There's tons of things that you can do in the interim for money. I promise you. Here in Colorado, it's snowing. Go out and shovel. Kids used to shovel sidewalks all the time for $5-10. You can make money that way. Have a garage sale. Sell all the crap that you got in your damn closet you don't need. Ladies, I'm sure you got some clothes in there. You could have a little yard sale, $1 or $2 a dress or something. How about all those guys that are hoarding their Jordans? See, you shouldn't have bought all of them. Should have saved all that money. Now you can sell them. You won't be able to sell them for what you paid for them, but it'll get you some money. But whatever you do right now, don't sell your guns. Keep those, because we're still not sure, especially with all the conspiracies that are going on out there. You're not sure really what's going on, because this could be all part of a huge master plan. At least that's one of the conspiracies. A huge master plan to control everybody. Well, the way y'all are acting right now, it's working. I promise you that. So, let's see. What was it? There's something else that was out there. So they're saying that the unemployment is going to take a while to get everybody processed, and because of the amount of claims it's going to take that are out there, it's going to take longer than usual. So there you go. There's another reason that you got to find something else out there to do to make some money instead of just go, hey, government, give me a handout. Well, see, here we go again with yet another reason why things are really weird right now, at least in the United States. What exactly is that called? Is that called socialism? Is it called capitalism? Is it called doing the right thing? Is it called calling upon your government? I don't know what it really would be, other than the fact that you're asking the government for money because you don't have any, which is part of I don't know. I mean, it's so confusing. And then they're, saying that they're going to cut these checks for everybody for, like $1,000 or something like that. Now, I know all you Bernie supporters out there are completely yeah, see, that's exactly how it needs to work. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is probably just creaming her jeans right now, or pantsuit, or whatever it is she wears. I don't know. I think she wears dresses. No, she's wearing pantsuits now, which is kind of a scary, ugly thing for a woman with her figure. Blech. But anyway, it's, I don't know. It's just really weird because it's see, there's your socialist idea of what Bernie was talking about. Let's give everybody money. Well, yeah, that's an emergency fund. And if we're going to start giving people all this money, it's not going to work. because eventually the government's going to run out of money because nobody's working, so nobody's paying taxes. So if nobody's paying taxes, the government has no money. And so if the government has no money, you have no money. It's not going to work. Okay, this is a temporary relief from the government. Call it a rebate check, if you will. It's enough to get you by until the quarantine is over. That's what this is designed for, folks. This is not designed for, hey, everybody needs to live off of this money. And there was some plan, I think it was in Kentucky, possibly. They seem to be in really in the focus on a lot of the stories. There's part of Kentucky that's refusing to quarantine, and then there's other parts of Kentucky that there's trees going, and wow, it's crazy out there. It is completely, absolutely nuts. But I think it was Kentucky. They said they were going to give them $328 a week. $328 a day is what it was going to come out to, which equivalated out to almost $100,000 a year that they were going to end up paying people relief funds or money or whatever. And it's like, well, Jesus, that gives people a reason to not want to work, to keep claiming they're sick and figure out a way to keep getting infected with a virus. You know, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's a thought. Just a thought. Your questions. Sorry, that was a dead pause. Your questions, comments, complaints, 720-230-6363. Don't forget to check out the website, www.kfrkdenver.com, the home broadcasting base of the FreakChild Experience. And our website is www.freakchildradio.com. In other news, so I'm going to plug a band while I got a few minutes, and I'm just kind of coasting here before we get into the real meat of the show. So I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this band. It's called Steampunk Giraffe. This is the weirdest... It's the oddest thing. It's like a train wreck that you can't stop watching, but yet it's not like terribly horrible either. You guys need to check this out. So it's these guys that have this band, and they've got like this whole backstory. It's one of those like really weird band things that you've seen like in movies where like they've got the costumes and all that. But they play the roles of like these steam-powered musicians, and I guess they've done gigs at Disney and things like that. Apparently they, along with so many other artists out there, bands and bands and artists, I guess is what you have to call them now. They are all doing live web concerts this week and this weekend, because all of their shows have all been canceled due to this whole quarantine bullshit of, don't gather anywhere. But anyway, so they apparently 2:00 today they did a concert, acoustic concert online. You can check them out. What is it? Steam Powered Giraffe. Got some good music there. You'll have to check them out. Along with our friends over at Psycho Stick, of course. I don't know. You know what? They're probably going to throw us off if we actually end up playing that. We've got a stupid bumper we're supposed to play for them, but every time we try to play something that's got copyrighted music, we get a copyright claim against the show, even though we've been whitelisted. So we stay we stay in the, YouTube library. Sorry for it's not completely boring music, but it's very generic music that you hear in every tasty video that you see on Facebook. But anyway, our friends at Psycho Stick are giving a live concert, I want to say tomorrow. You'll have to check them out here on YouTube as well. So check them out, Psycho Stick. And also all the big players are doing acoustics sets and everything like that. Make sure to throw everybody all the bands a few bucks that you really love, all your artists you love a few bucks, because right now buy their merchandise and all that shit, because they're not making any money off of their tours. And that's where most of them end up making most of their money is off of the live performances. You know, they usually take about 85% of the house, and that's where they make their money. They don't make it off of the album sales or the merchandise or anything like that. It's the concerts, and without their concerts, they're not making any money. So if you want to support your artists, do that. And also for local artists here in Colorado or anywhere, for that matter, get on the YouTube and do a concert out here. I mean, I know we've talked some shit about YouTube in the past. Maybe things will change nowadays with this whole everybody's got to use it, or it may just go into a massive adpocalypse, worse than it already was. We'll find out, I guess. So do that. What else do we have to tell you? Yeah, I guess that's about it. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to do Picture of the News, and we're going to talk about mental sex or mental arousal, whatever you want to call it. We've got that. The phone lines are open, 720-230-6363. Sorry, I'm still got the old number in my head, which it took me a while to quit putting a 303 in front of that. But anyway, 720-230-6363. We'll put you live on the air. Don't be afraid. I'm not that much of a dick. I'm on medication. Yesterday, it was kind of funny. Let me tell you a story before we go to break real quick. So yesterday, there's this kid that lives next door to us. He's a good kid, normally, until he gets around, like, the bad apples of the neighborhood, right? So he's over there playing with, like, these, I don't know, and he's, like, 15, 16 years old. He's playing with these, like, ski poles or something. I don't know what the hell they were. They're like the walking poles, but they're ski poles. And there were, like, 4 or 5 of them. I don't know what the hell they were, if they were trying to play, like, lawn darts with them or something. But anyway... So they're throwing them, they're starting to hit the side of the house. And I'm like, what the hell's going on out there? So I look out, I see that there's the two kids are out there dicking around. I'm like, all right, well, they're probably throwing a ball for the dog or something, hit the side of the house. No big deal, right? So finally, there's like a loud thud. And I'm like, okay, now you've got my attention. I go out there. I'm trying to be pissed off. This is how good my medication is working. I'm trying to be pissed off. I can't. I'm normally a dick. Somehow, I had to try hard to be mad and dickish to this kid and get his attention. Look, you've got my attention. Now pick this shit up, whatever the fuck you're doing, get it off my yard. You know, it was just like, and I had to try hard. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm turning over a new leaf. Maybe after everything that's happened in the last week, I've turned over a new leaf. By the way, I was going to try a new outfit tonight. I ran out of time because we were battling a few technical difficulties. So I'm wearing the normal blue flame tonight. I was going to be all dressed up and looking nice, but instead, no. So, besides, I don't want to scare the living shit out of everybody tonight. I already did that once, good enough for a week, so... once is enough for a week, I think, right? I don't know. I keep thinking of new ways to present myself here on camera. I think next week I'm just going to come out in that big old skull. You guys seen that I posted on the page, by the way? Make sure to get on the Facebook page. It's the big mirror skull and mirror suit and all that. I want one of those. I'm going to get one. I don't care how much it costs. That's why I'm telling you right now, everybody, you have got to make sure to support us on Patreon. That way I can afford to go buy that. And then I promise you I will do a live show in public wearing the entire outfit. Sound fair? I like the idea. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook, Twitter. We're at twitter.com/FreakChildShow. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/FreakChildRadio. And KFRKDenver.com, FreakChildRadio.com. And yeah, I guess that's about it. What are you going to do if you have to sue somebody? I'll tell you right now.
Talons of justice!
You need to hire this guy right there. What the hell is his name again? I forget. Anyway, the Law Hawk. The talons of justice. Oh, man. All right. Oh, shoot. Do I want to go for that? We're going to do that anyway. We're going to hit the bumper, and then we'll be back right here in just a moment.
When I was in Korea in the AMC, I saw some stuff you wouldn't believe. Your government is lying to you. We were supporting the zombie dinosaur insurgency in Vietnam, and hell, the damn CIA was playing on both sides of the conflict and funding the space vampire invasion. I was going to tell WikiLeaks, but I got sent home after I was wounded in a crystal meth amphibians accident. Can I have your pants?
Turned me loose from the nervous hospital. Said I was well.
Got an opinion? Call into the FreakChild Experience.
Numbers do you put in?
720-230-6363.
What? Tell me, help me out.
720-230-6363.
It's a bowel movement.
This is KFRK DB, The Freak.
Here.
They turned me loose from the nervous hospital. Said I was well.
Got an opinion? Call into the FreakChild Experience.
Numbers do you put in?
720-230-6363.
Wow. See, the last break went just fine, and then this one went all sorts of goofy, and I was ready for it, and it went all, yeah, hey. Anyway, we're back right here on the FreakChild Experience, FreakChildRadio.com, KFRKDenver.com, Facebook, FreakChild Radio, Twitter, FreakChild Show, and Patreon, FreakChild Experience. And yeah, can we confuse everybody a little bit more? Probably, but you know, we're just gonna kind of leave it as is for now, and everything will be okay. I promise you, it won't be that terribly confusing. Maybe. I don't know. Let's picture some news. Whoa!
It's hot out.
I don't care that it's hot out here. Let's picture. Oh God damn. What's going on? I don't know, but we're going to picture some news. Here you go. I lost my cards. Where'd they go? Here they are. See? They're right here. I promise you. Anyway, Okay, picture the news. Folks, here we go. Right there. And wow, my camera went completely yuck right there. We need to check that balance real quick. There we go. Now we're back to normal. So anyway, now because of the coronavirus, house pets are now doing jobs that most humans would be doing because of the spread of the COVID virus. That way you don't have to worry about your social distancing. Your pets are now going around taking on jobs in the service industry, such as being plumbers. They are also driving UPS trucks and other things. Don't forget, everybody's got to stimulate the economy some way, and now yes, even your own household pets are starting to jump in and do their part to stimulate the economy and make sure that America is still great or great again or whatever the case may be. I don't know, whatever you want to say. But they are taking in more work all over the industries. They have been seen as plumbers. They're starting to work in pizza kitchens. And also, a lot of dogs have been seen out walking children. Also, involving pets and cats in particular with the COVID virus, cats cannot wear the COVID masks. They just do not fit on their face. So you're going to have to make sure that you get the correct size square Kleenex box to put over your cat's head so that they do not get infected at all by the COVID virus. If you need more information on where to get these, go to walmart.com. They're a lot cheaper than toilet paper at the moment, as they are a good substitute. But if you're only using Kleenex, then you've got your empty box right there, and you just roll up your Kleenex. You're all good to go. It is, don't forget that, yes, the boxes of tissues is the only ways that cats can stay safe. They're still working on another solution for dogs. It does not include lampshades, unfortunately, at this time. Also, Mother Nature is also trying to practice social distancing. In a move somewhere here in Kentucky, Mother Nature and social distancing effects are now in place. A rural Kentucky area row of trees has been seen to be moving further and further away from each other as they too are afraid of getting the COVID virus into them and breathing and expelling it into other trees. So, if you think that social distancing is something that is just completely and utterly ridiculous, maybe we need to start learning from Mother Nature, because even the trees by themselves are starting to move away and make sure that everybody stays safe. Yes, I wrote that one. Gay! And panic quarters. Even your children think that you are completely apeshit nuts, as was captured at this Walmart out in eastern New York. This child, he speaks for himself right there, I think. Don't you think? Panic quarters, even your kids are completely aware of how stupid you are. It is quite possible that this right here could be the generation that saves everybody from themselves. Because at least they're not participating, they're not antagonizing, they're not just sitting by and doing nothing. They're actually making, they're making a statement. Probably just say, where, mama? But at least it's being known that even your own children are smart enough to know that you're being a bunch of dumbasses. Go home, sit down, put the toilet paper back. And by the way, if you're out of work, start selling whatever toilet paper you already hoarded anyway. All right? And please, folks, please quit worrying about what's in the stores and what's not in the stores, because it's already been proven time and time again. They've already put out the alerts. Walmart, Costco's, who's the other one? The Whole Foods markets, warehouses, a whole bunch of other ones. All your big retailers and all that, their warehouses are completely full. Relax. You don't need to go out. There's no food shortage. The only shortages that are out there is because y'all are going and fucking buying enough food for 6 months instead of just like, okay, let me buy some food for a week. And then that way I can not be in contact with people for a week. That's all you needed to do. But instead, you all went fucking nuts. And they went nuts, starting on the East Coast. And for some reason, everybody did it everywhere. Every state's gone nuts. You guys got to all relax. Please just chill the fuck out. And once again, I just want to remind everybody and bring it right back up. Social distancing may or may not work. I don't know if it's what's causing everything to slow down or look different or whatever's going on. I don't know. There was something about thousands and hundreds of thousands of burials in Italy. I did not get the global death count, by the way, so I don't have that one. Once again, COVID stats versus flu. Here's your comparison. As of today, for COVID, over 218,000 cases as of today globally. In the United States, for regular influenza, as of January 11th, for the entire flu season, 13 million cases, okay? Put that into perspective. Here are the real numbers from the CDC. This is not ABC News. Once again, this is real news. This is not made up fucking bullshit. In the U.S., so far, 10,442 cases of COVID with 150 deaths. In the U.S. alone, influenza, last year, 120,000 hospitalization cases of influenza. 66,000 deaths of influenza last year alone. Influenza. More people die of the regular flu than they do of coronavirus. People, slow down. Wash your hands. Quit licking things. Quit chewing other people's gum or whatever the hell it is you guys got to do. Wear a condom, whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know. I don't know. Wear gloves. Just wear gloves everywhere so you don't quit touching your, putting your fingers in it, and quit eating your boogers. You guys see that one where the guy sneezed in his hand, fucking ate a booger? I think I posted that. No, maybe I didn't post that on the FreakChild page, but it's like, come on, man. People are freaking ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Anyway, so I just wanted to recap that real quick for you. There you go. Phone lines are open, 720-230-6363. Like I said, I can't be a complete dick tonight, so I'm on new meds. All right, so you guys want to get into it. That's probably what you guys are waiting for. So we'll just get into it. We want the sex talk. We want the sex talk. I'm sure you do. All right, ladies, here you go. Because this one's more for you than it is for us guys. So it's always been said that men are more turned on by visual things than they are, well, I would say audio and video kind of turns men on a lot more than it does women. Women, and this is why romance novels are so huge with women, is because they can read a word usually, and it kind of changes their whole mindset, and it gives them the, their own picture of what it is as opposed to what they're actually seeing. Although I've heard that women are a lot more turned on by audio porn, well, not porn, but audio stories of erotica, shall we say, to be politically correct. Probably offending somebody by saying porn. By the way, speaking of porn, there's already coronavirus porn. I just saw a feed about it earlier, right before the show. They're already making coronavirus porn. And it's already trending on Pornhub. I cannot actually, I can believe it. I mean, how long does it take to really make a porn vid nowadays, right? It's like, yeah, you got a camera? Yeah, okay. Record it. You got a phone? Record it. Okay, there you go. Get in some hazmat suits and do your thing. And okay, there you go. 5 minutes, and we'll just loop everything so it looks like it took 20. And yeah, we'll make people pay like $10 for it or something. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. You're unemployed. Change the graphic. You're unemployed. There's a perfect solution for you. Make some more coronavirus porn. Trying to keep a straight face here. You're unemployed. You have no money. There you go. Shoot a porn movie. Sell it for $10 out there. I don't know if it'll work. It's an idea. I don't know. Anyway, back to it. Speaking of sex, porn, money. So women have a tendency generally to be more turned on mentally than they are visually and physically. So anyway, there's kind of this new thing that people are kind of getting into is that they're trying to, I guess you could say, have sex with each other through their minds. Not necessarily like, dirty talking and stuff like that, or trying to get, can you feel that? See, I just gave 7 women orgasms just like that. It worked. I felt it. Anyway, so there's new research that has come out about the mental attraction that women feel more than men feel. And it's kind of getting there, because I think people are kind of getting out of the whole, hey, oh, wow, you're hot. Let's bang, people are starting to become a little bit more intelligent, and that probably has to do a lot with technology and people being more informed, more educated. Seems like people should be more educated at this point. But they're becoming a little bit more open to the idea of beauty. Beauty is it's more internal, I guess. It's like I want you to love me from my mind. It sounds like a joke anymore. It used to sound like a joke, but anymore it's more that people want to be more intellectually stimulated, which will turn people on than anything. So anyway, in this news story, the doctors are quoted as saying as such, we studied sexual concordance, which is the alignment between genital arousal and mental or subjective sexual arousal, and how this alignment is related to the sexual functioning, which is from Kelly Sushniski. I can't pronounce that. She's a doctor at postdoctoral fellow at Queen's University. Prestigious. It's not the Mayo Clinic, at least. Could you imagine using mayo as a lube? Ugh. Yes, I just said that. Am I still talking? Anyway, new sexual response model suggests that a person's sexual desire or interest in being sexual isn't spontaneous, but rather it stems from experiencing arousal. We believe that women with low sexual desire might have problems detecting their genital responses and recognizing them as sexual, or less alignment between their genital and mental responses, which could in turn prevent them from experiencing sexual desire. So, in other words, basically what they're saying is that they're finding that women who do not have a desire for sex. Now, this test was not very conclusive, because they didn't really test sexual functioning, so to speak. Basically, women who have ED, so to speak. The one thing that they did not test on this entire thing was whether or not they had that. But basically, what the whole entire thing is that women who think that they're just not horny, or they're just not getting turned on, or they can't find a way to be interested in sex, and it turns out that they're not being mentally stimulated properly. And, mental stimulation can come from any sort of thing. Maybe you need to be more mentally stimulated by art. It sounds like a weird thing that would end up becoming like fetishes and things like this, but it's like, oh, I only get horny when I paint art, so I'm an art sexualist, or something like that. You know what I mean? And so basically, if you think your woman's cold, maybe sorry guys, but maybe it's you guys are the root cause of the problem. Is, men so often, they're just like, hey baby, don't you like my muscles? Don't you think I'm sexy? Hey, do you like my hair? I've seen this, or they think, hey, if they crack some sort of stupid, dumb, pickup line joke or something, they think they're being witty and they're not. And, I've seen it. I could tell you a story about a guy who thought that he was like the bee's knees to women, and he's not, and he wasn't. He's gone. But anyway, you see it all the time. But if you think your woman's cold, it's because you're not stimulating her mind properly. What you got to do is you got to find out what it is that really piques her interest. You know, maybe a woman. There's women out there that get into debates and arguments, and maybe that's what really fires them up. There's women out there who get more mentally stimulated by maybe watching a guy write. I mean, I've known a woman like that who actually used to just sit there and say, "Oh, you look so just like beautiful when you're sitting there typing at your computer." And I'm like, "You're fucking weird." Dumped her to the curb because I didn't understand it. I was fucking 20-some years old, but still, these are the things that you guys have got to start looking for. Men, guys, you got to start looking for. And women, you got to start maybe identifying some of these things. If you think, geez, I have no interest in sex, I wonder why. Well, that could be why. Maybe your guys are just not smart enough for you, or they're just not brainy enough. I don't know. You don't necessarily maybe need a brainiac, but who knows? Anyway, in the study, 64 women participants watched a sexually explicit video and continuously reported their feelings of sexual arousal while a device monitored the physiological reactions of their genitals. Basically, yeah, there was up there, hoo-hoo, and so... Anyway, this allowed the researchers to compare the women's subjective arousal with physical signs of arousal. The participants also completed a questionnaire on sexual functioning, which assessed their general levels of sexual desire, satisfaction, pain, and other factors. The doctor's quoted as saying, interestingly, women with high and low desire showed similar degrees of genital arousal and mental sexual arousal. This suggests that poor or impaired genital or mental sexual responses alone may not affect sexual functioning in our sample of women. Oh, that's what I was just basically telling you. Anyway, the women with the low and high desire did differ in their concordance or that alignment between their genital and mental sexual arousal. So basically, they had to have their mind, basically, it's still concluded that there was a better response when they were mentally aroused than if they were like physically, through vision, auditory and visually aroused. Although I've heard this statistic. I don't have that in this one, but I've heard it. I'm going to spread the fucking rumor. I have heard that women actually get turned on more by porn than men do. Not that women watch more porn. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there was a study that women have more of a reaction to erotic films than men do. I'll have to find that statistic. I put it out there, so I don't want to spread nasty ass rumors or false fake news. But we'll find that one for you. But I've heard it somewhere. Anyway, but this is not fake news. This is a real news story from paper I printed earlier. So the mental experience of arousal or feeling turned on in one's mind may contribute one's body getting turned on, particularly in women with low sexual desire. So if you, ladies, if you got low, it's in this little research. There's some limitations to it. Like I said, they didn't test whether their sexual functions were actually working or anything like that. But they did find that women who have a low sexual desire have no interest in sex, no desire for sex. They may think they're a little normal or abnormal, or they're just, maybe it's normal for them, or it's just not something they're into or whatever. It may just be you're not being stimulated by the right thing. It's obviously possible. I mean, different people are turned on by different things. I mean, look at, I don't know. I don't want to really get really nasty. I was going to say something really bad right there, and it almost came out. There are men who are more attracted to noses than they are eyes. There are men who are more attracted to boobs than they are butts. There are men who are more attracted to a belly button than they are a foot. There are men who are more attracted to a bald woman than a long-haired woman. It's different things. And here it could be a mental thing as well. And men, think about this for a moment. Maybe you're not sexually aroused because you're not mentally aroused either. Maybe it's not that your junk doesn't work. Maybe there's something that's not clicking in your head anymore because of the fact that nobody's, stimulating that enough of the opposite sex. Or maybe it could be the same sex. Maybe you're bisexual and you don't know it. I'm just saying, you never know. It could be that. Maybe you're not being stimulated by the correct sex. Ladies, I've heard this happen to women all the time. They think that they have no desire for sex. They think they're not horny enough. They think that, oh my God, my guy doesn't know. It's just you like women more. It's natural. It's normal. Don't tell some people that. You can be born that way. I promise you. I suggest it. Well, I don't suggest getting born. Did I just suggest that people be born that way? I don't know. Anyway, open phone line 720-230-6363. Man, we are going to have to take another break already. It's already that time. Holy crap. Yeah, so there's that. Man, was that just like the nastiest? Look at that poor kid. I wonder what was really going through his head. That had to be what was going through his head. Like, what the hell are you people doing? There's something wrong with you. And I'm still curious as to how in the hell something like that happens. That is just, how does that happen? I don't get it. That's weird. Anyway, that was Picture of the News this week for you folks. If you got pictures you want to send to us for more Picture of the News, always make them kind of wacky, weird, whatever. We always make fake news stories off of these pictures. So every Thursday show we will do Picture of the News. If you've got your own submissions you'd like to submit to us of just some really random picture or whatever it is, it could be funny, you want to see what we're going to say about it, what kind of stupid news story will be written about it, go ahead and send them to us. It's freakchildshow@kfrkdenver.com is the email. I don't have a graphic for you, so you're just going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to write it down yourself with a pad and a pencil. Did I really say that? A pad and a pencil, a piece of paper and a pen, and maybe use your note with a stylus, or you type it on your damn, I don't know what the hell you guys want to do with it. But anyway, the email address for you to submit your pictures, and we'll put it up on the Facebook page for Picture of the News. Email them over to freakchildshow@kfrkdenver.com. Yeah, so there you go. And yeah, if you don't have it liked already, you got to go like it. It's facebook.com/freakchildradio. That's where you're going to find all the other information that doesn't make it to the show. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/freakchildshow. Whoops, did I say Freakchild Show on Facebook? Anyway, there's the damn graphic. You can read it. It's Freakchild Radio at Facebook, and it's Freakchild Show at Twitter. So there you go. Give us a few bucks over at Patreon, and I can buy my mirror suit, and I'll put it live on air. There's more to it actually than that. It'll also help us raise funds for extra contests and things like that that we'll be able to do here live on the air, trivia contests, things like that. Bring you on the air with us. It'll be interesting. Got a lot of things in the works. We just got to get all the logistics worked out for it. So there you are. What else we got? I think that's about it for the moment. COVID is running rampant, absolutely nowhere near me. And if you wanted to know what exactly is the reasoning behind the toilet paper, it really should be about this. That's what it should be about. But you don't have that. I promise you, you don't have that. Guys, call in 720-230-6363 right here on KFRKdenver.com, freakchildradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
They turned me loose in the nervous hospital. Said I was well.
Got an opinion? Call into the Freak Child Experience.
Numbers do you put in?
720-230-6363.
What? Chatter, help me out.
720-230-6363.
It's a bowel movement.
This is KFRK-DB, The Freak.
What? Why did that fade out? Oh well, it faded out on its own. Hey, FreakChild Experience right here, back with you. Yeah. So we tried to get a graphic up there for it, but we didn't quite get it to stay put. It didn't want to stop playing. It was kind of weird. Let me see if we can get that damn thing to stop moving. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so there you go. So we did it 4 years ago. We're gonna do it again. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna try and get the entire panel this year. See if we can get everybody in on this. It's in the YouTube archive. It's one of the very last things that we ever did here on YouTube before the adpocalypse. We're doing it again this year. Freakscision 2020. We did 2016. We're doing 2020. We're going to do the entire presidential election because believe it or not, 7 o'clock Mountain is about the best time to start anyway, because that's when all the polls start closing everywhere on the East Coast. So you'll be able to start watching us make the calls as to what's going on, the ridiculous things that we're going to say about whoever's going to be. It's probably going to be Biden versus Trump, I'm sure. I mean, we already know it's going to be Trump, but it's going to be Biden versus Trump, I'm pretty sure. We'll call it that for now, tonight. Anyway, it's going to be November 3rd, 2020, election night. It's 7 p.m. Mountain, KFRKdenver.com. We'll either be broadcasting it here. We may be multicasting it. It may be over at Freedom Revolution Network. It may be completely multicasted all over the place. So anyway, join us on November 3rd. I know that seems like it's a long time away, but holy crap, it was just a couple of days ago. It was New Year's. So think about that for a second. Yeah, I mean, we were all just complaining about the impeachment, and that was 3 months ago. Well, more than 3 months ago already, because that was right at the end, right around Christmas, remember? And it seems like it was just, didn't we just do? No, it's been a little while. In the scheme of things, though, it's all going very quickly. So we're going to be back at it this year for that. Make sure to get your tickets. They're on sale now, absolutely nowhere. If you want to dial it 1-800 Freaks Tickets crapola something rather. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do with it. You guys will have to like the Facebook page in order to get more information as it comes out, because that's the only place that we're going to be sharing that information is on that page. And who knows? We may end up making it a Patreon only broadcast. So therefore, you guys want to pledge at some point, because that way, that's the only way you'll know about where to watch it and how to get in on it. And by the way, we are speaking of the Patreon thing. Is there it is? The Patreon / FreakChild. What? This is why I'm not a weatherman. Once again, FreakChild Experience is because we're gonna have Patreon only contests. Eventually, that will only be announced through Patreon. Only patrons will be able to access certain things. It's kind of like a backstage pass. We're not that big of a deal, I understand that, but if we keep working at it hard enough, maybe we'll be able to be that big. I don't know. Your help, your support, you tell your friends how stupid it is. Hey, I'm just one guy. Imagine what it's like when I got the other guys in here, especially Rico. Everybody's been waiting on his ass to get in here. Nobody's seen him for, what, 2 years? 3 years? Since the last time he's been on a show, and that was back on the Weekend Leftovers. What a debacle and nightmare that ended up being. Man. You guys can also check out those old videos, the Weekend Leftovers videos that are out there, I think, on the KFRK YouTube channel. If you go to KFRKdenver.com, you can find all the old YouTube videos, old clips, things like that. I mean, you can find some really old stuff that is out there. You can actually watch some of the, you can watch how the show progressed with new equipment and hosts changing and camera position. Camera positions was the best part. And then, of course, we did a 1-year stint of just radio only. But some of those clips are, where are those clips? Those are our clips. Show clips are over. Those are at freakchildradio.com, which you can access through KFRK. But KFRKdenver.com, it's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, streaming live over the internet. We're also on TuneIn, so you can find us there if you use the TuneIn app, along with God knows how many other ones that are out there. Believe it or not, we are 17 countries worldwide on KFRK. So join all your friends, especially your friends over in Germany. Love the station. They're always listening to it out there. And but yeah, 17 countries worldwide. So when we say that, we've got the proof to back it up. They listen. They're out there. They probably have no idea what we're saying. It's probably these poor guys that are out overseas with the military, and they're like, Jesus, I need some comedy of what in the hell kind, or maybe that's what it is, or it could just be like, hey, look, there's another idiot American. What the hell's he doing? Could you imagine that? I'm the spokesman for America. I wonder if I'd be doing a better job than Trump. I don't know. Probably not. I'm not as well spoken as he is. It's tremendous progress. Tremendous progress. So there you go. Yeah. Anyway, the phone lines are open, 720-230-6363. What other kind of nifty crap do we have going on? I don't think so. Nobody's even checked in. I can't believe you guys haven't said anything in the chat tonight. That's kind of weird. I wonder if everything's working correctly. Probably not, with the way the internet's been kind of goofing up for everybody. What else do we got? Man, we just blew through everything. So what did we learn tonight? How about that? We'll wrap up with what did we learn tonight? And then we'll call it a night. That's the best we can do, right? So, first things first. Let's recap. Social distancing. Is it going to work? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to make a goddamn bit of change. The quarantining. Maybe that would make a change. I don't know. But if you got sick people sitting around sick people, eventually a germ, a virus, it's going to get there. How long is it going to live out there in the world? They say it doesn't live long on services, but still. I understand there's a difference between a virus and a bacteria, but let's not get too ridiculous with we need to quarantine everybody considering we're all touching the same shit. Also, don't believe everything that you're seeing on the news about the damn statistics, which I just lost in the paperwork somewhere. I left it over here. So the statistics, once again, a little over 218,000 cases worldwide of COVID, 13 million cases of influenza in the U.S. alone last year. Okay. So put that in perspective. Quit watching the news because they keep giving you guys percentages so that they can push the panic. I do believe that they are pushing the panic. There's just no doubt in my mind that they're pushing the panic, especially when I'm getting completely different numbers from the CDC than what they're reporting. They're like, oh, the CDC is reporting. I looked on their damn website earlier before airtime. These are the numbers that they had reported for these specific things going on. And if you go to their website, it'll show you all sorts of STDs and everything else. But anyway, once again, the U.S., 10,442 reported cases with 150 deaths of coronavirus. The flu last year for the entire flu season, 120,000 cases, there were 13 million cases, 120,000 of them were hospitalized, and there were 66,000 deaths. Okay, and once again to my nasty messengers out there who were sending messages earlier about how can you call it Covid-erience or whatever it is. That's how I can do it, because we need to have a little bit of a sense of humor about it, because everybody kind of pretty much thinks it's fucking ridiculous, especially when you're going and getting the actual numbers from the CDC. Okay, Colorado has 216 confirmed cases. Oh my God. Out of the what do we got? 7, 8, maybe 10 million people in Colorado? I have no idea. I don't even know. It's a guess. Yeah, so 216, not 1,000, 216 cases of coronavirus in the state of Colorado out of millions of people. I don't think we can call it an outbreak and a pandemic. And yeah, there's a new bug going around and it's all over the place. Wash your fucking hands, clean your shit, and quit hoarding toilet paper. You'll be fine. All right? So there you go. That's what we learned about that. Now, what did we also learn about what COVID is doing? Unemployment. Great. You guys are going to all you guys have all lost your jobs, working in the service industries. Look, no offense. I don't know how else to say this without being offensive, but if you're a waitress or a waiter, you're probably used to pimping yourself out. Sure, there's a way you can do it from home with technology. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you necessarily have to do anything or necessarily show anything. I'm just saying there's probably a way you could do something. I don't know what. Maybe talk softly, or you can get up on the mic and start your own show. And just realized my bass was not turned up exactly where it was supposed to be. And see, that's all you have to do. You like that? No wonder. I was wondering why my voice sounded a little weird this evening. There, see, I was totally somebody. It was Bob again, probably. Completely screwed up my EQs. This is, let's see. There we are. I think we're there. There we are. 268. There we go. 268. Who do you appreciate? Oh, the guy who does the proper sound adjusting. There. That's what we were supposed to sound like tonight. Instead of fucking flat. That's off. Well, at least I didn't sound like this. And at least I didn't sound like this. And at least I didn't sound like that. So there you go. Anyway, yeah, sorry. That was just a dickish move of me having an entertainment moment by myself. I told you I'd get distracted. Only took almost all show. Anyway, unemployment. So yeah, guys, you got to find something else to do. There's something else you can do instead of filing unemployment. It's 30 days. Have a garage sale. Sell toilet paper. Go buy beer in bulk and sell it door to door. whatever you do, just try to do something productive instead of just ask for a handout because, oh, the government made me not lose my. Now, granted, the government told them to shut the shit down, so they should be held accountable and pay your wage. But you're still going to get a paycheck, that last paycheck before you got laid off. Okay, so you got that, which you should have gotten by now at least. And then now you got to file your paperwork. That's got to get processed. It's probably going to take you about 3 weeks. And then by then, you'll be back to work. Quit whining. You're still going to have to go find money. And plus, the government's sending you $1,000, supposedly, or $1,200, whatever the hell it is. Okay? So take your claims and shove them up your ass, quite honestly, in my opinion. I mean, if I would have gotten laid off, I would have just gone out and found something else to do. And there's thousands of other jobs you can go do that's not in the service industry. There's places that are still hiring that you don't have to worry about, getting infected or being infected or any of that crap. It's, I mean, the place I work, my day job's still looking for people, folks. It's hard work and it's cold, but holy shit, there's work out there. I promise you. Just because you got laid off from that job doesn't mean there's not work. But if you want hard work, I guess that's the difference. Could be. So what else? Oh, yeah. And then, of course, as we were stating earlier, make a new porn video that has to do with coronavirus. Or maybe day 7 of quarantine. There you go. Corona quarantine, day 7. Or what would you call it? I don't know. By the way, and I was going to make a meme for this. Somebody make a meme for this. And I promise it'll go viral. Think about this one. If you survive 2 girls, 1 cup without puking, you can survive coronavirus. I'm coining that one. And I've got it recorded right here. So there you go. Oh, shit. Oh, and sorry, the only other thing, that's what we didn't talk about. That's because we didn't have a graphic for it. By the way, mental sexualization. Guys, if your women seem cold, try to stimulate their mind and just figure it out. Stimulate your mind. Ladies, if you think you're not horny enough, do something that maybe, stimulates your mind. Talk to some, maybe, it sucks. Maybe sometimes it's got to be another person instead of your spouse. Maybe it's got to be a different sex. Maybe men, maybe that's why you don't find your women attractive. Maybe you need a man's point of view that'll, get your mind going. I don't know. Think about it. Yeah, seriously. Think about it. It's a thought. That's all you got to do. It's a thought. So, we didn't talk about the conspiracies. Seeing as nobody's called in, you guys are always afraid of the phone lines, but that's okay. You guys just like listening to me rant and laugh and cheer me on until I go into oblivion, but that's all right. Anyway, we didn't talk about the conspiracies. So there's a bunch of conspiracies that are going on with the whole coronavirus thing. We probably should have brought this up earlier. So it started in China. You got to remember that China, everybody was against China and what's his ass, Trump and China and all. China's bad and Russia's bad and while North Korea is bad. We had all that kind of crap going on, and then we had the impeachment, and then now they've trying to figure out who's going to be running for president on the Democratic side. Now they've got their Bernie and their Biden, which was kind of a no-brainer, the two that were going to actually cut. I thought Pete Buttigieg was going to make it. I think somebody told him to bow out. I don't think it was because his numbers weren't that terrible. I think he would have made it. I think he may have made a good running at it. He's the only decent candidate they probably actually had. He was a little nutso in my mind, but, I mean, couldn't be any worse than Ben Carson was. But anyway, coronavirus conspiracy, China, it gets released in China somehow, some way. They know exactly what city, exactly how it happened, because there was one person who died or whatever the hell it was. Then all of a sudden it starts spreading across the world, and it's here and it's there and it's here and it's there, and it's just this thing that's coming out of nowhere, and it's an outbreak, and oh my God. No, I bet you it already existed. It's just people were having a different kind of cold, and people were dying from it, and they were just like, oh, it's the flu. So now they have a new test for this new thing that they think is all new, and it's not new. It's just something old. It's just whatever. And now we're just calling it that because it's not really anything new. I mean, we got to create. So anyway, they're trying to create widespread panic on purpose because now the conspiracy states that this is all orchestrated by Donald Trump so that he can lock down the United States and put us all under martial law so that he can be the great dictator. I don't know if I believe that. I do somehow believe, though, that this is something that was designed to completely and utterly stimulate the economy to a point that we're not going to be in a recession. We're going to have the strongest economy that we have ever had because we're going to have money that is not being hoarded by the government anymore. We're going to have money that's being released instead of being held for stupid crap. It's give it back to the people. We don't need the money to operate the government, so on and so forth. Plus, you got to think about all the grocery stores and everything getting hit so hard. The whole food industry, they're not losing money. They are getting their fucking bank accounts handed to them on a silver fucking platter. Think of Sherman. They don't even need ads. And I was talking about this. We don't need, what the hell do you need a commercial for Sherman for anyway? And why are they still, here's another thought for you. Why are they still showing commercials on TV if everybody's supposed to be social distancing and not buying crap and going to stores anymore? I saw a commercial for Outback. You can't go there. Why is Outback still advertising? If you can't go to Outback, why are they still advertising? Well, I guess it's still what? Walk in, pull out, dine out, pull out? Walk in and, yeah. So, but yeah. Food for thought. What was I saying? Anyway, but yeah, Charmin, think about them. Think about how much toilet paper they make. Think about how much toilet paper has been sold that normally would sit on shelves. And now it's all sold out. Imagine you got 300 candy bars, and normally you're selling like 5 or 6 a day. And now all of a sudden you're selling 300 a day, 300 a day, 300 a day. Whoa, look at your bank account going up. Should have bought stock in Charmin, damn it. If I would have seen it about 20 hours ago, I should have bought, I bet you there's tons of investors out there that are like, God damn it. Why didn't I do that? Don't squeeze the Charmin. Son of a bitch. Anyway, so there you go. There's a conspiracy for you. Is that it's actually designed to stimulate the economy of the United States. And I'm still not sure about the stories of Italy. I don't know. We don't live there. We can see things on the internet, but then again, you got to remember that if you're on Google, if you're on any Windows computer, if you're on any Apple computer, if you got Google on there anywhere, some way, shape, or form, it's gonna, including your phones, your tablets, your whatevers. That's why I use an Apple IIe to broadcast this show. Google controls your shit. If you search something on Google, ads on Facebook are going to show up as what you just searched on Google. I promise you. It's going to show you ads on websites you go to. It's going to show you everywhere. So I believe too that you're only going to be able to see certain things within your regions. I mean, it's like YouTube videos. Certain YouTube videos you can't watch in the United States from Germany. Why? Don't know. Of course, then again, look at Facebook is kind of censoring everything that's being put out there as being fake news because they can't verify sources or they don't want, or they're trying to eliminate the spread of fake news when it's actual news stories. I mean, there was a story about a lady telling her story about having the test for COVID-19 and they pulled it down. It was just her telling her story of what she did, how it worked. And they pulled it down. I was like, well, that's not fake news. It was just a lady telling her story. Fuck off. The hell do you think you are? But, once again, is it the control game? Who knows? Could be the control game. Could be the economic stimulus that everybody's been thinking could happen. Could be. I don't know. Yeah. So we've got that. Let me bring this back up and remind everybody once again, FreakCision 2020, November 3rd. Mark it on your calendars. We will be putting the whatchamacallit up there at some point. The actual scheduled broadcast, but that still probably won't be for a couple of months. But make sure to get on the Facebook page and like the page, and you'll get more information on it at that point. So FreakCision 2020 is coming up with the whole gang then. We are here Tuesdays and Thursdays, whether we'll be on YouTube or Facebook. We'll find out tonight. Probably tomorrow at some point. We'll see which platform we're going to end up sticking with. So sorry, everybody, for us bouncing back and forth between one or the other, but we'll get it straightened out eventually and get a full-on home base. But the one home base you can always count on is KFRKdenver.com. Also streaming music live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. FreakChildRadio.com, the home base of this show, as mediocre as it is. There you go. And, we do have biopics, and we're going to have. I don't think they've put them up yet. The staff pics and of the cast and crew, so to speak. Those aren't up yet. No. So there's not much to see other than my ugly face. That's about it. So, all right, guys, we'll be back on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain, right here on. Check us out on FreakChildRadio.com. That's where you'll find out where we're going to be. And if you like the Facebook page, that'll definitely keep you up to date. So until then, gang, we will see you later. It's FreakChild Experience. Stay safe. Stay quarantined. Duck down. Don't look. Go away. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.